Hello lovely butterflies, welcome to a new episode of Papillon's Flutterings, where it's all about connecting you with your creative enthusiasm. It seems that finding time to art journal is hard. It is complicated to put life at a standstill so that we can just spend that little moment journaling away. Add to that a sprinkle of guilty feeling that we're spending time doing that instead of doing the useful stuff, and you get a complete picture of Mission Impossible. Of course, I had to come up with a couple of solutions because just like you, I only have 24 hours a day, so I needed to find a solution somewhere else, and that's exactly what I did. The two main reasons art journaling take up so much time is because we spend a lot of time thinking, what do I want to do? Whether it is as our first layer, what do we want to start with, or what is it that I want to do next? Building up the layers. We spend an excruciating amount of time thinking about that. Now, there are techniques to overcome that. The problem is that to learn those techniques takes time, so that is not a solution for our problem today. The second problem we have is drying. We spend a lot of time drying what it is we did in our journal with our heat gun. So if we could leave out that drying time and that thinking time, our art journaling could be done in no time. And that is why I came up with the A Layer a Day challenge. Because if we take away that thinking time about what it is we want to do next and that drying time of what it is we put in our journal, our actual layer takes about 5-10 minutes tops. So if we could just focus on those 5 minutes, wouldn't that be amazing? 5 minutes a day, no spending time thinking and no spending time drying. We can do all of that thinking in the 24 hours before we put down that layer. The challenge comes up on Saturday morning, so you have until Saturday evening or Sunday morning to come up with the next layer. Because let's be honest about this, no one has time to journal on Saturday, right? You are running around with the kids, going from one activity to the next, going to the grocery stores, making sure that you have food in the fridge for the next couple of days, doing the laundry, doing the cleaning that you didn't get to do during the week. So Saturday, well, I don't know about you, but for me, it's a no journal day anyway. So I have the whole day Saturday to think about the layer that I want to start with, which I will put down on Saturday evening or Sunday morning. I leave it to dry by itself. No wasting time on that. And then I have the next 24 hours to come up with the next layer because it's just one layer a day. If you want to cheat, well, cheat away. Put down 2, 3, 4 layers. If you have the time, just go for it. But if you don't, just 5 minutes to put down that one layer and then exploiting the next 24 hours to think about what it is you want to do next. While you're in the shower, while you're driving the kids around, while you are doing the laundry or the ironing. Plenty of time to come up with a next layer. There's a bonus to working in that way. When you come back to it the next day, not only is your layer from the previous day dry, obviously, but on top of things, all those mediums that do not like the heat gun, like crackle mediums, modeling paste, sometimes even gesso if you don't want any bubbles, well, they will have had the time to dry naturally, and you will get the best effect ever. Crackle medium dries best without intervention of the heat gun, so you will get the most divine crackles. You're welcome. Now, we still need to avoid that guilty feeling thing because it doesn't make us any richer, wiser, or whatever to have that guilty feeling. So let's be smart about this. If you would just turn off your computer now and dive in, you will be stuck in what is it that I want to do. So don't do just that. Wait till the end of the video at least. Plan it. Plan when you will take those 5 minutes for yourself to put down that one layer so that you know that you have the time ahead to think about what it is what you want to do, and that you know that when you take those 5-10 minutes tops, you will really be in that moment. Now, when you finally get to it and get into your art journal, you might have that little voice talking in the back of your head and reminding you of that guilty feeling. Well, you can hush it right there, because I don't care how busy your life is, you are entitled to those 5 minutes for yourself. 5 minutes of self-care, because that's what art journaling is in the end, and everyone is entitled to that. 5 minutes. So next time you feel like just jumping into your art journal, don't, because that is when you will lose a lot of time thinking about what it is you want to do, how you want to do it. You will get stuck in that feeling of, I don't have the time for this. You will have that guilty little voice talking you out of it, and that is not what we're aiming for. So plan it. When can you take those 5 minutes to yourself? For me personally, my best moment of the day is when I get home from school with the kids and they have their little break between school and homework. Usually that's when I start doing laundry and cleaning and sorting out the house. But before I do that, I take those 5 minutes. And then while I'm doing my laundry, cleaning and prepping dinner and so on, I can already start thinking about the layer that I want to do the next day, now that I know what I'm building on. So don't forget to take that moment to plan in your art journaling. And I don't mean taking out your journal and writing it in there. Plan it in your head so that you know what you want to do, when you want to do it, so that when you actually sit in front of your journal, you can get it done in no time. Easy, right? Try to apply it. Try to give yourself those 5 minutes a day. You are worth it. You are worth those 5 minutes of art journaling, those 5 minutes of self-care. So next time you start beating yourself up that you don't have the time, think about it. 1 layer a day, and by the end of the week, you will have a full spread. And if you have to skip a day because, well, we all know life happens, well, don't beat yourself up for it. Just come back to it the next day with renewed energy. Take that extra time to think about the next layers that you want to put down and just do it. I want to hear from you. Let me know in comment to this video what is holding you back from art journaling or from arting in general, so that we can talk about it and that we can look for more solutions. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I will be back here next Saturday with a new A Layer a Day challenge prompt. Next Monday with a new Journal on Monday video to inspire you even more. Meanwhile, don't forget to put down a layer a day. Butterfly kisses.